2 goals in the final 10 minutes to secure a 2-0 win over Pascoe Vale. You must be pretty happy with that performance.
Yeah, look, it's a really good result for the club to finish on a high after a long, 26-game season. But the boys did really, really well. It was a tight game. Pascoe Vale have been really good this year. But from our point of view, it's lovely to go into the playoffs with a win under our belt.
And another clean sheet as well. Has that been something that you've been focusing on in the second half of the season, protecting the back four of the club?
Look, I mean, from Louis' point of view, obviously he's not here today. He's obviously on a different mission. But from Louis and the coaching staff, they're really looking at trying to keep it tight. Obviously Wednesday night that never happened for us, and it makes a big difference when you can see goals. Puts more pressure on having to score down the other end. But today I thought the boys were tight. I mean, they had a couple of chances, Pascoe Vale, to be fair, but so did we. It was a pretty open game, and it was quite a strange game because both teams knew where they were, and it's just a matter of where everybody finished. But look, always keeping a clean sheet is really important, and I think if you get that, it gives you a good base to move forward.
And you mentioned obviously with the FFA Cup coming up, is that something the club's had to prepare for a little bit? Obviously fighting on a few different fronts with the NPL and the FFA Cup at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think just looking at Bentley's run last year, their season just seemed to go on and on and on for nearly a month after the season finished. So there's obviously a lot of logistics, and it's maybe quite difficult, but look, I don't think you trade it for anything. I think this cup run last year was fabulous, and we noticed one of our clubs being Bentley Greens from our league got to the semi-final. So I think the incentive for every club in the country was everybody wanted to get involved in it. And we're in a good position. We're in the last 16. We have a home tie against Sydney Olympic. It's exciting, and if we can get over that hurdle, and obviously at home we're pretty confident at home. I think we've got one of the best records in the NPL down here in Victoria at home, and if we get into that, all of a sudden we're in the quarterfinal of a major cup. So yeah, it's really exciting.
And from your position as technical director, reflecting on the year as a whole, with the FFA Cup and making the finals of the NPL as well, would you say it's a successful season so far? Yeah,
look, I think from Steve being the chairman and the board, and obviously from Louis being the senior coach and the coaching staff and the playing group, I think the club wanted to be at least a top 6 side, because that gave us a playoff opportunity that wasn't there last year when there was no playoffs. I think from the league's point of view, it's a shot in the arm because everybody's still alive. Only up until a week ago, we didn't really know that everybody had made their spots. Where at least last year, most probably 5-6 games to go, people thought, well, we can't win the league, and we'll just plan for next year. So I think the playoffs give us a really bit more excitement to the league. I think one of our expectations was to finish top 6. We might have pushed the bar a little bit higher, internally, like you always do, because you're always trying to finish as high as you can. But I think the club should be satisfied. I mean, if we were to, for argument's sake, get through the next round we're playing Knights away, obviously that's a big game. We played there a few weeks ago, and we know how difficult that was. But if we were to win that and then get to a semi-final, and then obviously get through the last 16 and get to a quarter-final, all of a sudden then we've had a really, really big year. So for me, it's a massive incentive for the club. I know we said that to the players before the game. Normally round 26 the season's over and we'll see each other next year. Now we've still got hopefully 2 or 3 weeks more of football, which for any footballer it's really exciting.
And you mentioned it looks like your Knights away next week.
It's next week, Tom, but we're not sure what day. I mean, we're most probably hoping for a Friday night game, so it gives us more recovery for the next Wednesday. But at the end of the day, whatever the decision will be, it won't be any later, I wouldn't have thought, than Saturday. And the club, as the last 2 months for our season's been 2 and 3 games a week, so we're used to it. And I think we've, from off-field, through Cameron's direction as strength and conditioning coach and the support of the club, we've really looked after the players through that period, and that's why we're still producing decent performances like we did today.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully there's a few more games to reflect on as the year progresses.
Hopefully we can continue this run.
Thanks for joining us, Dino.
No problem. Cheers, Tom.
Cheers, mate.